At 50 years old, I did the most crazy thing that somebody would expect. I left my 30-year career on Wall Street to open up a burger restaurant. We started doing pop-ups during COVID. Next thing I knew, we had 3-hour waits for burgers. Today, we could do anywhere between 600 to 1,000 burgers a day. We see a lot of the same faces. That tells me we're doing something right. To take a passion project and turn it into a permanent home takes a lot of thought, a lot of energy, a lot of dedication. It's unlike anything you're gonna get in any other 9-to-5 job, any other office job. If I didn't take that chance, I would regret it the rest of my life. Welcome to Gotham Burger Social Club. My name is Mike Puma, and today you're going to see everything that goes into running this place. Why don't you guys follow me? We'll show you what we do. Down here, we keep everything very organized. Got our buns, Martins, potato rolls, always the best. All of our dry storage. And back here is where we do our prep. We've got stuff for specials. We've got all our spices that we use in all of our sauces. This is something that's pretty cool that we've got here. These oil tanks get filled weekly. We refresh the oil every day. No one wants to carry dirty oil up and down stairs. We use this machine. Everything goes through the tubes and then they go upstairs into the kitchen. And it saves us a lot of time and effort. And also I think it's a much cleaner system. It'll suck all the dirty oil out, put it into the waste oil tank. You'll turn the spigot the other way, and instead of sucking, it's gonna pull and it'll fill it in with all the clean oil. We get 128 gallons of oil delivered each week. Because we use so much oil, it's worth the price. So every day we get our beef in fresh, never frozen here. They get delivered. I think we just got an order in. The next thing we're gonna do is we inspect that beef. When it comes in, make sure it's up to our standards, and then we prep it and get it ready for the day. When we get beef in, we get it balled for us with 3-ounce portions. Otherwise, we'll be here all day making beef balls. The puck shape is going to come out of a die that they have at the factory. You can certainly do balls. I've seen people take this, roll them into balls. So when you smash this down, we have a great tool. As soon as it kind of hits a circumference all the way around, we know that it's smashed enough. You've got a nice flat surface. It just works perfect. We've tried a lot of different methods. This way works really, really well. Your fat to lean ratio, you want at least 80-20. We use a 75-25 to help really get that nice crust, still keep that smashed burger juicy. You have to understand when you're smashing that burger, you're giving it a high heat. You want to lock in some of that moisture, and that's going to come from a higher fat content. And that's where the flavor comes from. So this is going to go into a pan into our low boy downstairs. This just makes it a lot more efficient. It's ready to go. Next, we're going to be making our frickles, our fried pickles. Frickles are just a great southern dish. You'll see them on a lot of menus when you're traveling around. You don't typically see them in New York. We start with a nice thick dill chip. These things are gonna go right into the flour. Give them a little dredge, tap them out. Then they're gonna go into our homemade tempura batter. This has got a lot of seasoning, some really great stuff in here to give them a little flavor, right into panko. You gotta hand dip these, otherwise they're just not the same when they come out of the machine. But when these guys are ready and they go into the fryer, they're gonna get golden, crispy, delicious, but the inside's gonna have all that pickled softness as soon as you bite into it. Somebody's down here for a couple hours. We make thousands of these a day. We've got a lot of options for people to enjoy a burger in New York City. To stand out, you gotta think about doing things a little different. So this originally started by me reviewing burgers online. Grabbed a group of guys, meet up once a month, write a review. So originally I came with the name Gotham Burger Social Club because we're in New York and it was a group of guys rating burgers. Then I started making burgers for fundraisers. Fast forward to 2020, pandemic hits New York. A lot of bars, restaurants, everybody struggling. Asked for my help. Started doing 1 pop-up a week, turned into 2 a week, turned into 3 a week, and the lines grew and grew and grew and got larger and larger and larger to the point where we decided to open up a restaurant. So we knew once we opened up the restaurant, we needed to expand that menu a little bit, give people a little bit of variety. So we added things like the chopped cheese taco, the loaded tots, fries, our frickles that we do here. There was not a great deal of market research done. There was no testing on your friends. It was like, no, this is what I want to have in there, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to let my team come in, finish these, because we got to get about 1,000 of these ready for service. They're going to finish this off, and we're going to get ready for the next steps. So Tanya here, we are making our famous club sauce here at Gotham. This is a mayonnaise-based sauce, ketchup, mustard. It's a classic burger sauce, but we err on the side of more savory than sweet. Little onion powder, paprika, Our club sauce goes with every single side. It comes on our traditional OG Gotham smash. If you guys want to make your own special sauce at home, it's very easy. Take 2 parts mayo, 1 part ketchup, 1 part mustard, 1 part relish, a little salt and pepper, mix it together, and that's the consistency we look for. Not too thick, not too thin. We're gonna batch this sauce here, and then we're gonna show you how we slice our onions. We go through a lot of onions here because we do make a Oklahoma fried onion burger. We're gonna use this beast of a machine, Robocoup. It's the name of the machine? The name of the guy. The name of the, oh, this guy, Alex. Alex, say hello to the guys.
Hi guys, welcome to the family Gotham Social Club.
Show you guys just how thin you need these onions. That first patty is gonna start cooking in minute 30 seconds. You're gonna flip it over, give it another minute and a half. You want these onions to be so thin that they're gonna cook in that minute and a half. Otherwise, you're gonna dry out the burger. Once the onions get sliced, then we're gonna drain them. We're gonna get some of that moisture out. Once you start adding moisture to the burger and to the grill and everything, it starts to steam. You start to lose that Maillard effect on the beef. You're gonna start steaming the burger. We'll go through thousands of pounds of onions in a week here. So this machine is very, very valuable. It's not cheap. It's about a $5,000 machine. You've gotta equate costs with different variables in this business. But if you're looking at it long term, it's much more economical to spend the money on a machine like this. This is Dorian, and he's doing something very, very important. He is shingling the cheese. Why do we do that? The cheese comes in blocks like this, sliced. When you're moving fast, it's really hard to pull this stuff apart. It'll start to rip on you, break, stick together, especially when you got gloves on. By taking the time to do this process, moves the upstairs kitchen a lot quicker. Because if you start tripping on yourself on the line, it's gonna shine through the food. It's 9:30 now. We're gonna let these guys finish up all the prep down here, and we're gonna get the line ready upstairs. So now this is the line in the kitchen. Everything was designed with purpose and intent. We've got a separate griddle for our veggie burger, our beast of a griddle to handle all of our griddle needs, from burgers, hot dogs, chopped cheese, 3 fryers to handle our fries, tots, frickles, and then we're gonna finish everything right behind you. Let's get our chopped cheese ready for the day. This is something we do a couple of different ways. We do chopped cheese tacos, and we also add it on our loaded tots. We'll start with a little butter. Our diced onions down. We're gonna lightly caramelize these, give these onions just a little translucent cook. They're gonna finish cooking with the beef. Chopped cheese is a New York bodega classic. Came out of Harlem. They make usually a sandwich with it, with lettuce, tomato, ketchup, mustard, mayo. We'd make our own twist on it. We use a flour tortilla, toast it up, add a little chopped cheese on there, a little lettuce, tomato, pickled jalapeno. We make a spicy crema in-house that is just lights out. We're constantly making fresh chopped cheese all day long because we just literally can't keep enough in stock. This is a gas griddle, 52 inches. This is something that isn't gonna cool off when I throw down a bunch of beef. This is what makes it a chopped cheese. I'm just gonna cover this with American cheese, let it kind of melt, and then we're gonna chop it in. Now we wanna create a nice cheesy sauce when we're doing this. You know, there's another great thing if you have leftover beef at home, you don't know what to do with it, make chopped cheeses the next day for the family. So the chopped cheese is ready. We're gonna clean up this grill. It's 11 o'clock now. We're gonna get ready to open up the doors. We're hoping to have a nice busy day here. We are open for business. We got orders coming in right now. They get printed on this ticket. She'll lay everything down on the trays. Then we'll start toasting buns. Burgers will go on. Then we'll drop things for the fryer. We don't want fried stuff to get cold. We want to time everything as perfect as we can. We've got tongs for beef, red handle. I don't like handling beef with gloves or hands. Too much cross-contamination we see in kitchens. This scraper, very, very easy to find at your local Home Depot or Lowe's. That is nothing more than a putty knife. They just scrape well. There's enough surface area to kind of use it as a spatula. We're gonna make a Gotham smash burger. Beef always on the bottom, then you've got the rest of your items on top. We're gonna make a double. Starts off with 2 3-ounce patties, and then we're gonna add our thin sliced onions. It's gonna get smashed into the beef, cook in, and steam into the beef when we turn it over. We're gonna smash this. Now I like to use a method where the middle is gonna be a little bit thicker than the side. I want it thin enough where I'm gonna get those crispy edges. Still have some thickness in the middle. When you flip it, you see that crust that builds. By smashing a burger, it's the only way to build that crust like that. Those crispy bits are some of the best part. You ever have a steak and you want those crispy bits off the steak? That's the whole part of this burger. These could be ready in about 1.5 minutes on each side. More than 2 minutes on each side, you're overcooking it. And that's exactly what we're looking for. So now the onions are doing their job. They're cooking and they're releasing flavor into the beef. You can smell it, it's intoxicating. So we're making a double, 2 pieces of American cheese. We're gonna stack those doubles. We're gonna give it a little steam to help melt that cheese. Dome it. Look at that melty cheese. That's what you look for right there. We toast the tops of the bun with a little butter, not the inside. You got a nice soft texture on the inside, a little chew on the outside. You're getting a substantial burger, a triple or double. You want a bun that's gonna hold on to that. You want something that's gonna be able to hold those juices that are gonna come through the burger. The double is really the way it should be ordered. We're gonna start with our sweet heat pickles. We got me a couple of pickled jalapenos, ketchup, because I think every burger there should have a little ketchup, a little kiss of mustard, and then we're gonna finish it off with our world famous club sauce, and that's our Gotham smash. This is the OG. If you've never gone to Gotham, this is what you're coming for. This is what we built our brand, this burger. This is the one I was making on the street corners during the pandemic. To me, this is the perfect, well-rounded burger. You wanna make another one? We started doing a burger as a special here at Gotham Burger called the California Dream, and it was inspired by everybody's favorite West Coast burger. We're gonna start off by toasting a seeded bun. This one we are gonna toast the inside. I don't like toasting the sesame seeds, they can get a little bitter. 2-ounce patties of beef, but no onions smashed on there. If you don't have a burger smasher at home, you can use the top of a can. You can roll it out and put it on the plancha with a rolling pin if you wanted to. Find anything that just has some weight. You can put a little parchment paper down on it and just press it down. So I could already see by these pockets that these are ready to flip. Same, 2 pieces of cheese. We use American cheese here on all of our burgers. It melts perfectly, and it's the perfect amount of creaminess and saltiness to the burger that I love. Oh, the cheese is perfectly melted. Because this is a Cali burger, you're gonna get your lettuce and tomato on this one. We're gonna finish this with our California sauce, which is more of our version of like a Thousand Island dressing. Wouldn't be inspired without some hot chili peppers. If you're craving that In-N-Out style burger and you're not out west, this is the burger you want. It's a phenomenal bite right there. This is where all the crispy magic happens right here, folks. We got our fryers here. Here's where we're gonna drop in our crispy shoestring fries, some pickles too. Day to day, my role changes. As founder and president of this company, I could be on the line cooking one day, I could be cleaning a toilet one day. People think this is an overnight success. I spent 12 years building my brand, did 7, 8 years of pop-ups before I even thought about opening up a restaurant. I'm not gonna tell anybody not to follow their dream, because they should, but don't think this is easy for a second. I do not miss my past life in finance for a minute. I don't think about that. When people say this is better than that burger I grew up on, or that that's worth so much, I can't even put it into words. I sat in an office for 30 years. I'd rather stand in this kitchen all day long. We got some really crispy chicken tenders. Now that's a chicken tender. Oh, we don't play games here. So this is where we get busy. Got 11 doubles coming in for lunch. People are hungry out there. We're working. Each person's job is to make sure the orders are correct and to make sure that we're moving fast. It's organized chaos in this kitchen. The most important thing is that every single person on the line has a job to do and they know exactly when to do it. Luis, Alex on the grills, they're watching every single order. Then it's gonna go down to Claudine. Claudine and Tanya are gonna assemble your burger to perfection. We clean this grill after every round. You might say, why? Because the more this stuff stays on, the more it's gonna get burnt, it's gonna give a rancid taste. We don't want that. When you see those black grills that are just full of carbon, we try to avoid that. We wanna keep a clean surface, because that's gonna make that burger taste that much better. We could get probably about, I think it was about 45, 50 burgers on here at a time. So if we have to load up 45, 50 burgers at a time, we can get them on here and get them out quick. So right now, we're in the middle of lunch. Fire department just showed up, ordered 13 doubles, which puts a lot of pressure on the kitchen. So to manage that, we'll pause our delivery because we want to take care of them. We also want to take care of the people in the restaurant. So it's been great spending the afternoon with you guys, but we got a lot of work to do here. We got another rush coming in a little bit, so you guys are gonna have to pack up and leave.